Good morning, you all. I figure I would just make this video now. It's Saturday morning. It's 7:45. I am walking to my job right now. So I have to open and close on this weekend. They trust me enough to do that every weekend, so that's what I do. But yeah, I'm gonna do some therapy today. You know, on a Saturday. I chose to give my Saturday to a child, to a group of children actually, which I would do in a heartbeat, to be honest. Like, I would babysit. I could work every single day of the week if I wanted to, but like, it has to be something fun and rewarding. And honestly, anytime I work with a kid, it's rewarding. And speaking of that, we're gonna be talking about. See, look, girl, look. Now I'm gonna walk because you're not paying attention. Keep your water. I'm just playing. Anyway, we're gonna talk about. See, look, she's just in there. The water signs today, you all. So I've done every sign: fire signs, earth signs, air signs, and water signs. Punk ass nigga. So today we're gonna talk about the water signs. What are the water signs, you all, in astrology? Remember, I'm talking about Vedic astrology. Well, I'm speaking from the lens of Vedic astrology. However, again, much respect to whatever form of astrology people follow: Chinese, tropical, like Hindu astrology, whatever. I mean, there's so many different branches, much like religion. It's just whatever makes sense to you, that's what you run with. So, Vedic lens. But yeah, there's 3 water signs per each element. There's Cancer, there's Scorpio, and there's Pisces. And water sign energy is interesting because headphone fell out, so I guess I gotta edit this video now on iMovie. But yeah, the water signs by nature are feminine, and the water, well, I'm not gonna say that all the water signs are like nurturing and caring, because as we go through each one, you'll realize like they all have their different qualities. But yeah, it's feminine by nature. Water matches best with air, because remember I said, I think in the earth signs video, fire and water don't mix because water puts out fire. Like somebody that's like always like somebody that's super emotional can like drown that out, to be honest. Like, trust me, I've been there. And then you have your, my bad, y'all, I'll be looking for these deers that be out here in the morning. But then you have your fire and air, which mixes, because when you light like a lighter into the air, when you blow fire, what does it do? It expands. And fire and earth don't mix because fire can burn the earth down. That's how I look at it. And then you have the water signs. Water and, like I said, water and fire don't mix. Water and earth mix perfectly because they absorb water. The earth can absorb water, causing like it to expand and all these things. And then water just goes straight through the air. So think about it like that, you know, shapeless. And then earth and air, just, it's two different. It's like up and down. They just never was gonna be compatible. But the first of the water signs I want to talk about is the sign of Cancer. What is Cancer? Cancer is the, she's 1, 2, 3. Cancer is the 4th sign in the zodiac. It's ruled by, what's it ruled by? Cancer's ruled by the moon. So say here with this weirdo again, y'all. I'm gonna put him on my video. I don't care. I'm like, you wanna be weird? Let YouTube see you. Freaking weirdo. This is my video yesterday. Anyway, I told y'all, he be smacking his ass, jacking off and stuff, like weird stuff. Anyway, go check out my semen retention video. 8 months if you want to get the reference. But anyway, Cancer is ruled by the moon, 4th house, 4th house element, 4th house is where it resides naturally. Well, 4th house lord. And then it's ruled by the moon, which again, the moon is maybe they say Jupiter's like the best planet, but in terms of like essentials, sun and moon are like there. But I really think moon, it might be the most essential planet, just because like it governs our nature, our nurturing side. It governs like our emotions, like how we think and feel and stuff. Like, I'm a Gemini moon, so I'm an air sign moon, for example. So the way I go about these things is, like, moon just naturally represents like surrender. ultimate femininity, divine femininity. And I have a masculine sign and moon, which I literally have not the worst moon placement, but Gemini is the sign right before Cancer. And Cancer is where moon rules. So to have a planet in a sign that is literally right before it gets to its natal placement is usually not good, because when you think about it, it's like taking a whole trip around the zodiac wheel. So yeah, but like I love my Gemini moon because like I'm a naturally masculine chart, so it matches up. If I was like water ruled, you know, I might be screwed, to be honest, but thankfully it's not like that. But yeah, Cancer is fourth house ruler. Cancer people are usually like the caregivers, the people that are always like trying to make people feel good. Like these two ladies that work in my job, well, one of them, she's remote now. I mean, they're both remote now, but they're Cancers. And it's just crazy because I'm like, I literally told one of them yesterday, I was like, we miss your like calming presence. Like, she's like, you think I have a calming presence? I was like, yes. Like, you come around, the kids love you. Same with other lady, like, kids love her. Every time I see her, I give her a hug. I'm just like, look, you changed my life in a major way, just showing more like empathy towards these children and our coworkers and things like that. Always like trying to make sure the situation is like handled and things like that. Like, I love people like that. Yeah, like Cancer people, like good things about Cancers. Again, they're nurturers, they're caregivers. Like I always say, usually the people that are managers at your job are cardinal signs. And I was just thinking, because I was like, yeah, based on your industry you work in, like certain cardinal signs don't fit in that. Like when I worked at my restaurant business, I'm an Aries, so like I ruled the front of the house. We had well, no, she don't count. She went to Capricorn. We had a Cancer who was our general manager, who was running the store, but she was a Cancer lady, trying to run like a fast-paced, like male-driven, dominant environment, and it just didn't mesh because, again, Cancers lead with nurturing and not a tough love, but it's almost tough love because it's like they just naturally know, like, one second. Unlock the building. I mean, Cancers just naturally know, like, can't sit there. Let me just sit outside for a second. But yeah, I mean, Cancers just naturally know how to like make people feel good, like in the environment. And when they're out of their environment, like this is where like Cancers go like, Sometimes Cancer people can be too much, like too sensitive, which is what a lot of people say. Like they are, because they're built by the moon, like they have the ultimate, like, I always say, like, the planet, any planet that has, like, a major, like, sign, or a major, any sign that has a major planet as one of their rulers, I always say, like, it's a cheat code in a way, because it's a gift and a curse. Like, Cancer people can be sometimes too emotional, sometimes, like, emotionally manipulative, and sometimes they can just literally let their emotions, like, override, like, certain situations. And you always hear that stigma, nobody wants to be around a Cancer, especially, like, Cancer men, because, like, when they get in their feelings, like, they can be, like, bitchy. And it's like, yeah, you know, I feel that. And speaking of that, like, let's talk about the Scorpios real quick, which is my sister signs. Mars rules Scorpios. We like a cool Scorpio, but to be honest, you gotta be careful with Scorpio energy because, again, Scorpio is Mars ruled. So a water sign that's ruled by a fire sign's lord, which is crazy because Aries is also Mars ruled. And what is Mars, y'all? It's the warrior. What is Aries? It's cardinal fire. It's initiation energy. So in a way, Scorpio has that. Like Scorpio has the ability to adapt because it's also a mutable. It's a fake. Well, no, actually, I take that back. That's Pisces. That's mutable. Scorpio is a fixed sign. So Scorpio basically knows what it knows. Like, I know I'm gonna hold it in, and I know like when it builds up, like it's gonna come out so intense because of that Mars energy. Like, Scorpio people are really good at they're probably the best zodiac sign in terms of keeping a poker face. Like, I work with a bunch of Scorpios. Like, I was cool with like a bunch of Scorpio rising, Scorpio moons and stuff like that. And one thing I always knew with them is be careful what you say, because you could just be making a one-off comment. Man, like, I really do not like when people be late all the time. And then this person in their head is like, you talking about me because I was late like 3 times last week and something. And in your head, it's just a general statement. But to them, it's like, oh no, like, okay. But they're not the type to confront you on that because they're holding it in. They're like, oh, it's not a big deal. He's not talking about me, until one day it becomes an issue where they can't like understand why they feel in terms of like attacked. Like, again, and it's that Martian energy, y'all. Like, the warrior always feels like he's in battle, or he's always preparing for battle in a way. So you gotta like really like peep game and understand that when it comes to understanding the Scorpio. And again, I'm not gonna lie, this might be my least favorite in the zodiac, just because like I've always been crossed. I've always been burned by Scorpios. For some reason, we just don't get along, which again is crazy because I literally have an Aries stellium. So like, I feel your energy. Like, I have Mars rules my chart more than any sign. Like, 4 different types of Mars placements. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like Scorpio, again, it's fixed energy. So Scorpio people also can be set in their ways. So once you cross the Scorpio, you're pretty much done. Like, it's funny because my ex is a Scorpio rising. I haven't spoken to her in 3 years. My other like girl I was dating for like 3 months, she was a Scorpio sun, and you know, we got along great. But when she would get emotional, I kind of just would be like, which again might just be the Gemini moon in me, like, why are you getting emotional about this? But you know, Scorpio also rules the 8th house, which is the house of like death, transformations, sudden events, what is it, like marriage, like legal proceedings, things like that. And yeah, this is the intense house. Like, this is like probably the most intense house. Like, everybody's scared of their 8th house because like the 8th house has many unknowns. It's the great unknown house. And I have Pisces in that 8th house. So like with Saturn, I'm currently in a Saturn return right now, my first Saturn return. And it feels really good because I put in the work these last few years to make sure when I get to this point, I'm reaping the rewards, benefits of my rewards, of my studies and stuff, whatever. But yeah, speaking of Pisces is the last water sign, and I'm gonna have to rush because I'm about to have to go to work. I'm gonna have to, well, the building's open, but people about to pull up soon. But speaking of Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac. To be honest, it's the last water sign, last sign overall. Pisces is a mutable sign. So again, the mutable signs are signs that can pretty much adapt to any type of situation. So like, again, somebody that's Pisces, like they say Pisces is the dreamer. Pisces people oftentimes live in la la land, like they're delusional, they can lie, escapism tendencies and things like that. And again, it's just that mutable energy. It's the energy to be able to adapt. Like, I can literally disconnect from the world that I live in and create my own world outside of that, which is really what Pisces energy is. And I honestly love Pisces energy. Like, there was this Pisces woman that I was interested in that, you know, I'm learning like, oh, you know, they're fleety, which I get in a way because I'm an Aries Pisces cusp. Like, I literally was born 3 hours after the sun transitioned out of Pisces into Aries. Just made it. Otherwise, I'd be a Pisces, y'all. I have Saturn in Pisces, so, and my South Node is in Pisces. So, like, I literally feel the energy. Like, I was just a Pisces in my last life. And I'm comfortable there too. Like I said, the escapism tendencies, like I had a really bad issue with like escaping with negative bad habits that we've just corrected over the course of these past like 8 months, as you've seen on my YouTube channel, which longer than that, but really locked in these last 8 months. But not to make this about me, because, you know, we're talking about Pisces. Pisces is the 12th sign in the zodiac. It's the last sign. It's the oldest sign. It's probably the most Well, I would say Sagittarius might be the most mature sign because it's Jupiter ruled. But I think so is Pisces. I think Pisces also has a little bit of, no, Pisces has Neptune in his as one of his rulers. So yeah, that's why they get that like weird, strange, like mysterious vibes too, because Neptune is like the planet of mystery and, you know, unknown things and things that are just far out there, because it's like literally one of the furthest planets out. But yeah, like I said, Pisces energy is cool because Pisces is a mutable sign. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, and it's an abundant planet. Like, people always say Saturn and Pisces is scared. Well, scratch that thought. Let me not go on a tangent. But yeah, of the 3 water signs, I would say Pisces is probably the most friendly, just because, again, they have that escapism tendency in nature. So they literally can escape from situations. Like, if they feel like they're about to be confronted by somebody, they will escape their body and enter a new character and people please and do all these little things. Like, it's very intricate with the Pisces. Like, y'all gotta really pay attention to your Pisces people, because they know like everything that they're doing, and they're so mysterious, and they're so like, you know, they said, I think they said Jesus was a Pisces low-key or something like that. Like, he wasn't actually born on Christmas, which I don't know. Don't really care, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's just briefly something about the water signs, though. I just want to make this so I can get this out of the way, and then I can really get into like each individual sign, you know, because this is just a brief synopsis, so y'all can kind of get a gist of what the signs are. Maybe you can relate to some of the stuff I said, maybe you can't. But appreciate you all for making it this far, and gotta go to work.